Jevohn, he's a man on a mission.
Yeah, he is.
He hears the doubters, and he is going to silence them. Bucks, now, the reason they were doubters, Bucks started the season 2-8. We were wondering what was going on. They've won 13 of their last 16 since then. However, they're still the 10th choice, according to FanDuel, to win the NBA title. Agree or disagree, Jevohn Shepherd?
I think, they are treading the right way right now. And I have to think the way this Bucks team is playing, right? They've won 10 of their last 12. And I think the important thing is they're winning games that they're supposed to. If you look at the beginning of the season, they were losing games that they had no business losing. You look at the end of the season last season, they were losing games that they had no business. Well, ever since Doc Rivers took over.
Yeah.
So for me, the biggest winner in this cup isn't Milwaukee. It is Doc Rivers, right? Because finally he can get some people off of his back and he can just get to focus on coaching this team. But if they continue to play this brand of basketball where Giannis is leading with this passion and this fire in his eyes to win, I think they stand a chance to be a competitor, right? Be a contender in the East.
Right.
Not for the chip yet. We gotta take some time. We gotta take our time.
Well, Oklahoma City came in as the favorite in this basketball game, but the Bucks handled their business. What went wrong for OKC in this?
Well, there was two things here, right? The Milwaukee Bucks were just too big, too strong, and this is one of the games where you could see that OKC was really missing Chet. But then secondly, OKC really couldn't shoot the basketball from the beach into the ocean, right? That's one of the things. They shot 5 for 32 from the three-point line, 33% from the field goal, and it wasn't that Milwaukee played tremendous defense. It was that OKC just had one of those nights where they were bricking everything. They were building houses. Now, they've had a couple days in Vegas. We don't know what those guys were out doing. They're young guys, probably on some of the tables, but this was just one of the games where Shea couldn't get a rhythm, Williams couldn't get a rhythm, and that really affected them because that's what their offense is predicated on. And then on the defensive side of the floor, you had Giannis that was just really dominating in the paint, doing whatever he wanted. Brook Lopez, just a big Milwaukee team, and they played to their strengths.
And you mentioned it, no Chet Holmgren for OKC, so that's tough when you don't have him to go against Giannis. But this is a player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who looks like he's ready to reclaim the MVP.
Yep.
Off of Nikola Jokic, who's had 3 of the last 4. What are you seeing different from Giannis lately, especially as we mentioned 13 of the last 16 games wins?
I don't think I've seen anything different. I think we know he's the biggest force in the NBA. I think he's the biggest force since Shaquille O'Neal. But what I am seeing that's different is he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. And you have to think about it. The last couple of years, he's been hearing so much about Jokic being the best player in the world and SGA is next up. And he's pulled up a chair like, listen here, we forgot about me. I am the Greek freak. And a game like tonight where he had 26 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, a triple-double on the biggest stage to this point in the season where he's put everybody on notice and said, listen, I'm here, but also my entire team. I'm bringing my entire team with me. And I think it speaks volumes because he's talking about the chemistry. He's mentioned the work isn't done, but he shouldered the weight of Doc Rivers. He shouldered the weight of Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get everybody going on this train.
Listen, the NBA is better when the Bucks are good, I think. Right? At the end of the day, we've got another game coming up for you this week on TSN. I want to get your thoughts on it. Is the Raptors against Fred VanVleet and the Houston Rockets. What are you expecting in this one? Raptors have lost 5 straight.
Well, they have no choice but to get out there and be chippy. And obviously, Fred playing against the Raptors, your former team, he's going to give his best effort. You always want to play well when you play against your former team.
No question about it. Coverage of this one this Sunday, 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, right here on TSN.